I have been so fortunate to work for people that have been intentional about creating the opportunities for people that look like me. I have been in environments where it's been a non-negotiable priority to focus on diverse staffs and diverse leadership. And so that's what it's about, right? I mean, now I'm in this chair. I need to make sure that I am creating and maintaining those inclusive environments and opportunities. I keep saying the word opportunities, but it's true. And so I've been so fortunate. I've worked at two institutions, and for the same man at both of those institutions, Kevin White, the GOAT of college athletics, I would say, college athletic directors. But for him, across his entire career, that was a priority to ensure that women and people of color have these opportunities. And so I've been fortunate to benefit from that. And then here at Duke, our president, my new boss, same. I was marveling. I'm sitting at a president's cabinet meeting where there's 10 of us a couple of weeks ago, and 6 of the 10 of us are women. We've got 3 Black women. And so again, it starts from the top, from the leadership, making sure that representation is seen, then that we value our female leadership, our people of color, that we value their input, their feedback, their decision-making at every stage.
So I do think things are better, right? You sort of see the great breakthroughs of women in coaching and GM positions, and it is certainly coming through. And in business, right? It is, I see it over my 25 years in this space. It is certainly better, but it's not there yet, I think, because there are plenty of good women out there. There are plenty of people for these positions. We need to do a better job of connecting. Sometimes it's not the women that are doing the hiring, right? There's a lot of great women's groups out there that talk to a lot of great women that give advice and everything else, but we need the men in the room, right? To hear from these women and to hear best practices and believe that that diversity of their team is what's best for their business. And there's numbers and there's stats and everything behind that. So like I said, as much as it's getting better, we're not there yet because we don't have enough of a pipeline and enough women in those positions yet.
There's biases in leadership in all kind of facets, right? If you look at the corporate world, you look at the pro space, you look at the collegiate space, but actually I almost think it's worse in the college space. And I think it revolves around football. I'm a huge football fan, but I think the culture of football on campuses with big media right now, big money, everything going on, it's the donors, it's the presidents that are overseeing these universities where ultimately sports is a really small part of what they're managing. And I don't want to say they don't know any better. These are supposed to be people that are super intelligent, but there's this cultural bias that is really prevalent, particularly in big time college sports, which is the Power 5 level, which is really driven by football. There's also this whole piece of this, when you talk about bias, this unconscious bias in the hiring processes. So how are athletic directors getting hired? And there's a couple of different ways. One way is honestly that it's done in a complete vacuum. Some of them don't even pretend to hire search firms. And so they're getting advice from somewhere. Who are they getting advice from? 99% of the time, that advice is coming from white men. And then when you have search committees, we have research that shows that the folks on the search committees are not totally trained in search processes. They're using biases in the job descriptors. The questions they're asking are biased. Their expectations of the answers are biased. Again, this is unconscious stuff. So people have to be trained over and over to be able to overcome that. So actually you have a qualified woman and when it comes down to it, and there's been several instances of this, it's like, oh, they're really equal, but okay, we got to go with the guy because of 1 or 2 things over here. So women have to check every box. They have to overcome every little thing. They're not really given opportunity on, I don't want to say potential, but their qualifications for success look different.